Hey, it's Quinn and Cantara. Good morning.
All right, you are on with Simon.
Mr. Kirk.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Quinn and Cantara.
It's Quinn and Cantara, Pix 106. Cantara. I'll never forget the very first time I really became familiar with Simon Kirke, a Bad Company, of Free. It was the fall of 1991. It was the same time that Nirvana's Nevermind came out, and Kathleen, this girl I went to college with, showed up at school with a Simon Kirke drumstick and said she had a fling with him that summer. And I'm like, wow, he must be the coolest guy ever because she was super hot.
Simon, is that a true story?
Well, if she only had one drumstick, it couldn't have gone very far, I can tell you now.
So,
I don't even know what to think of that, but I love it.
this is going to be uncomfortable for you because you now have 3 daughters, right?
I have 3 daughters. Yeah, I have 3 daughters, Lola, Jemima, and Domino. And, I'm a granddad. I've got 5 grandkids. Are you kidding?
So, don't go ahead yet. But your daughter Lola, she was chastised recently for not shaving her armpits at like the Golden Globes or something. And then you got
Golden Globes, not Golden Gloves. She's not a boxer.
Golden Globes, and then you've got is it Jemima Jessa from Girls, who is
Girls.
I had no idea Jessa from Girls is your daughter, and she's amazing and sexy and beautiful. And then finally Domino, the offspring of some hot ass English bounty hunter chick. Way to go, Simon.
You must be proud, sir.
I'm very proud. I love them all to death. They drive me crazy sometimes, but I know I drive them crazy. But Lola, no, she was at the Golden Globes last month, and she wore this button that said, F.
Paul
dot
Ryan.
CK. Paul Ryan.
Yeah.
But then no one noticed that. They just noticed the fact that she hadn't shaved under her arms, so what the hell?
Right.
It's a
No,
miracle.
but I love them. They're my daughters, and I love them to death.
I certainly want to talk about your musical background, but you I don't know, Domino's mom, did you marry her? But how did you meet a bounty hunter? What was that like?
Yeah, she was married to some guy named something Harvey, and then
Now, I'll tell you where it came from. There was a movie featuring a lady called Domino, and she was a bounty hunter, and it was around about the time that Domino was born in the early 80s. I don't really, I think it was just sheer coincidence, but me and my ex-wife, we did see that movie around about that time, and I thought, what a great name for a girl. And it was kind of... it was a coincidence.
oh no, that makes sense, and it was a great name. And what's her name? The British actress, I can't remember her name. It stars in that movie, and she is such a badass. I would have named anything after her in that movie. Yeah, no question.
Yeah, hang on 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute.
No
problem.
1 minute. Okay.
Going to the drive-thru, probably getting the script.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Quinn.
He'll sit there in line forever.
Simon Kirke, a drummer for Free and Bad Company, wrote some of Bad Company's biggest hits, and he's got a brand new album out called All Because of You. When he comes back on the phone, we'll talk to him about it.
The crowd that he must have run with, dude, back in the day, just before Bad Company.
It's so hilarious.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
What happened with what was with the disbanding in 1970 with Free? How did that work out? And you just decided to do it.
Free. We went through a couple of changes in the lineup. Free was from 1968 to early 1973, and it was dogged with drug problems and personnel problems, and we just ran out of steam, quite honestly, and we disbanded in late 1972. Me and Paul Rogers went to various parts of the world. The other 2 members, Andy Fraser, Paul Kossoff, they got into other projects. And, we just sort of said goodbye to each other. And a few months later, Paul Rogers had come off the road with his band called Peace, and he'd met up with Mick Rouse from Mott the Hoople, and they wanted to get a band together. Mick was leaving Mott the Hoople, and they called me and said, would I like to play drums? I said, yeah. And then we searched around for a bass player, and we found Boz Burrell from King Crimson. So that's how Bad Company was formed in early 1973.
And how is your relationship with Paul now? How are you guys doing? Have you spoken lately?
Great. There's a lot of we get on very well. He has his own career, his solo career, and I have mine now. And but there's a mutual respect there. We've been together now on and off for nearly 50 years. He's a wonderful singer, great songwriter. He's just a great guy.
This is a little bit off the topic, but what's the minimum number of buttons that you have to have undone during a Bad Company live show? It looks like it's like 3 or 4. Like, is that the rule by the band? You got to go 3 deep down or something, Mr. Kirk?
Well, it depends how far north you are. If you're in Alaska, you can just get away with one being undone because it's very cold up there. If you're down in Miami, 4 or 5, I think would do it.
4 or 5,
That's rock star level. I'll manage that.
Don't drummers just go shirtless anyways? I thought they all went shirtless.
Well, I used to, not anymore, no.
So-
I'm middle-aged. I don't go shirtless anymore.
It's Simon Kirke on the phone, of course, drummer for Bad Company and Free. This is a ukulele album, is that right? These
The
new solo.
ukulele version.
No. I did one song.
Okay.
I got this ukulele. Lola, my daughter, said, "You got to get one of these, Dad." So I got one, and I was just strumming the chords to Feel Like Making Love. I wasn't really trying anything, and Maria, my fiance, said, "Wow, that's a great song. What is that?" And I said, "Well, it's a song we used to do many, many years ago."
Hey, time out.
She said, well,
It's like only one of the most famous rock songs of all time.
One of those songs that we did.
How old's your fiance?
she's about 14, actually.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I love it.
Yeah, we're getting married in Mississippi. No, she's a little younger than me, and she wasn't really aware that, in 1975, when Feel Like Making Love came out, she wasn't really that old. So she wasn't aware of the iconic status that Feel Like Making Love had. So she said, "I don't care, you should just do it." So being the obedient boyfriend, I said, "What the hell?" So I did a treatment of it, and the record company loved it. And Paul Rodgers and Mick Rouse, I had to get the green light from them because they wrote the original. They liked it. They said, "Go ahead, good luck." And everyone loves it. I'm very, very happy with it.
Yeah, it's when versions of classic songs like that come out via ukulele. Tell me what the rest of the album sounds like. What will I think of it?
Well, you have to listen to it. There's a gospel choir, there's a string quartet, there's a folk song, there's an animal song about friends in the wood with pedal steel. There's a hard rock song with Warren Haynes from Government Mule playing blistering guitar. It's a whole mishmash of styles, but it's wonderful. You've got to buy it. It's one of the best albums you'll ever buy.
You just bought a $1.3 million place in Gramercy Park. You got to buy it for Simon so he can pay it off. I'm looking at the inside of it right now online. It looks pretty fancy. What is that view of?
You know it. It's a view of downtown New York City.
Well, it's
You
a nice
are the
looking
man.
place.
You might be the coolest grandfather on the planet.
No question about it,
hands
man.
down.
Oh, Simon.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, good
Well,
luck
I'll
with the
come and
album.
see you. I'm going on tour in the middle of March. I'm doing a North American tour, and I'll definitely come and see you guys. I promise.
Well, it'd be an honor, absolutely.
Albany will welcome you. Good luck
Thank
with the
you.
album, and thanks again, sir.
Thank you very much.